10 habits you should quit right now. Currently, the trend is to establish new habits, as evidenced by the plethora of articles available online. However, it is crucial to recognize the significance of breaking old habits. Although abandoning the following habits may not make you wealthy, it can undoubtedly enhance your quality of life. Therefore, without further ado, let's delve into them and not waste any valuable time. 1. Not giving yourself credit. It's astonishing how we tend to be more forgiving towards others but harsher on ourselves. How often have you reassured someone that their effort was sufficient, even if they could have done better? We tend to support and appreciate others, even if they fall short of our expectations. However, when we fail to achieve our goals or do not meet our expectations, we tend to be self-critical. We demand success and results from ourselves and beat ourselves up when we don't meet our own standards. For instance, if we make a mistake while speaking a new language or don't complete the intended 2-hour study session, we tend to be too hard on ourselves. We forget that making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process, and any progress is still progress. It's essential to stop being so critical of ourselves and acknowledge our achievements once in a while. Failing is an integral part of the learning process, and it's vital to celebrate our successes, no matter how small they may seem. 2. Looking for the best solution. Is there a universal, best, solution, plan, or resource? The answer is no, because everything is contextual. Focusing on finding the best way can often be a waste of time. It's important to conduct research and find a good approach, but aiming for perfection is unrealistic. There is no such thing as the perfect Japanese textbook, coding class, or networking event. Instead of fixating on finding the best solution, the key is to start and adapt along the way. You may discover a different textbook that covers what the first one missed, or find a separate coding class to learn a new programming language. Alternatively, you might come across a casual meetup that connects you with people you couldn't find at the networking event. In summary, combinations are the best solution. By starting, exploring different options, and making adjustments, you can find the best combination for your needs. So, instead of endlessly searching for perfection, take action and get started. 3. Seeing yourself as awesome. You may think that this contradicts the first point, but there is an important distinction here. When you experience a failure, you hold yourself to high standards, but outside of that, you may have an inflated sense of confidence, thinking that you are the best. When I read books or articles offering advice on how to do or be something, I sometimes think I've already mastered many of the concepts. But have I really? Not really. I project myself onto those ideals because that's how I aspire to be, but I'm not there yet. Working towards something doesn't mean you've already achieved it. It's essential to acknowledge your failures, recognize that you still have a long way to go, and accept that it will take time. Don't give up, keep pushing forward. 4. Judging random people. Eliminating the habit of judging others is arguably the most challenging habit to break. Every day, we encounter numerous individuals, and it's natural to form judgments about them. Living in the most densely populated city on Earth, I encounter countless opportunities to judge people around me. However, I'm particularly prone to doing so in cafes where I usually write. I can't count how many times I've judged people there: the woman in the corner, the guy next to me, the elderly lady coughing, the man chain-smoking, you can smoke inside in Japan, or the woman laughing too loudly. It ruins my peace and distracts me from my writing. But what's the point of judging them? It won't change anything. They'll continue being themselves, and I'll be needlessly agitated. A week after my breakup, my ex-girlfriend and I met for a drink and a chat. We sat at the bar, laughed, and cried. If someone had seen us, they might have judged us. But it was precisely what we needed to process our situation. Whenever you find yourself judging someone, remember that they have their own circumstances. You know nothing about them, so let them be, even in your own thoughts. 5. Running away from negative thoughts. Life can be good or even great, but it's not perfect. Challenges are inevitable and some may feel impossible to overcome. Typically, people react by avoiding them. Did you lose someone important to you? Did you recently go through a difficult breakup? Did you lose your job or a significant amount of money? Did someone betray you? These challenges can be tough, but running away from them won't help you solve anything. Instead, accept the challenges and take time to reflect on them. Try to learn from them and find positive aspects in these difficult situations. This is the only way to overcome them. 6. Holding old preconceptions. Our preconceptions, developed in childhood, are not necessarily true forever. As we gain more experience and knowledge, we may discover that what we believed was wrong. For instance, have you been told that it's impossible to learn a new language as an adult? That's simply not true, as J.J. Wong eloquently argued in a piece that I recommend you read. In fact, I've learned 6 foreign languages as an adult myself. And what about following rules all the time? Sometimes, breaking the rules can be a good thing. The key is to acknowledge that what you think you know may not be correct, and to be willing to embrace new ideas and perspectives. By doing so, you'll open yourself up to a world of possibilities. 7. Getting angry for nothing. When someone bumps into you on the street, you miss your train, you receive an email announcing a delivery delay, your request for a raise gets rejected, you hear bad news, or your plan doesn't go as expected, your initial response may be to get angry and think negatively about your life. You might even ask yourself, why does this keep happening to me? However, in these situations, there are 2 common factors: you had no control over them and they have already happened. The best course of action is to move forward, let go of the anger, and focus on positive thinking and actions. 8. Hoping instead of acting. You may have aspirations, goals, and objectives. However, are you actively working towards them? Chances are, you're not. For instance, back in 2012, I had a desire to create a blog. I often thought about it, talked about it, and even imagined myself as a writer. I visualized myself typing away on a sunny beach, donning flip-flops. But the truth is, I didn't take any action towards it. I did nothing. It wasn't until October 2018 that I finally started writing, and no, it wasn't on a beach. It took me 6 long years to get started. Looking back, it feels like I wasted precious time. Having goals is a wonderful thing, but don't let your imagination take over. It's vital to take action and get moving towards your goals. 9. Giving excuses ahead. I regret to bring this up, but it's time to address this issue. There's no need to apologize excessively. Why should I apologize for bringing this up? I don't even know if it will truly bother you. This is the negative habit we must eradicate. We tend to assume we're bothering others, but do we really? In recent years, I've become increasingly slow to respond to my friends' messages. Is it intentional? Not really. I just put off replying and eventually forget about it. For instance, my birthday was in November, and I still haven't thanked many people by February. It's not ideal, but will it have a significant impact on their lives? I doubt it. Now, my friends expect a delayed response unless it's an emergency, and in that case, I reply quickly. Have you ever started an email with, "I'm sorry, but could you?" What's the point of saying sorry? None. Stop making excuses and take action. It'll save you the discomfort of apologizing unnecessarily and your recipient's time. If they require an apology for something trivial you did, they'll let you know. Only then should you apologize. 10. Being in a constant hurry. we often find ourselves constantly rushing through life. Even while doing one thing, we are already thinking about the next. This habit prevents us from appreciating and fully experiencing life as it is. By taking the time to slow down and appreciate our surroundings, we can find greater happiness and calmness in our lives. For example, after moving to a new flat with a hill behind it, I started walking up and down it for exercise. Then, I decided to walk without earphones and simply look around. One day, an old lady stopped me and showed me that we could see Mount Fuji from there. I had no idea for a year and a half. Now, I look and enjoy the view daily. It may not always be possible to eliminate these habits entirely, but being aware of them and consciously trying to control them is a good start. Remember, you may stumble along the way, but the act of trying is better than doing nothing. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new tips. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below, and feel free to stay safe and enjoy. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.